Let's examine some of the elements in these roles that we do. Now, I mean, if you're a physical worker, yeah, you're a laborer. You work with your hands. You're used to noise. Noise is just part of your life. You're operating at another, um, acoustic level from someone who's in an office all day. All right, so you've got perpetual job insecurity. Well, who doesn't? Some months you're working, some months you're not. What are you doing when you're working? You're down the pub. What are you doing when you're not working? You're at home with a white lightning. All right. Um, okay, so yeah, I mean, your mind's going off all the damn time. So you're under strain. You're under strain bodily, sensually, and financially. Okay, now you're susceptible to various political arguments. I mean, why are you losing your job? You're losing your job because the economy's bad. Who's going to look after the economy? It's the right wing. Um, so you know what I mean? Economically, you become a conservative, and yet, what right have you got to be voting for a conservative party when you're the one is basically getting in the neck when they fuck up? But you can't see it that way because all you're hearing all the time is you're broke because the economy's failing. They're going to fix it. The other side, they're going to spend all your money for you. All right, so then you've got the other side, the office workers. So what do they produce? They produce bureaucratic dead ends. They're the people who give you the computer says no. They're the people who can't actually fix anything because they do things by procedure, and their job is to tick all of the damn boxes and hand the reports in on time. If they do that, they're good. And if they don't do that, they're bad. And if anything goes wrong, well, it better not be their fault. You see what I'm saying? Um, so they take no responsibility for themselves. They do take responsibility of us, however. You know, we can't take responsibility because everywhere we go, we run into these bureaucrats and it goes no further, So there we get a situation where they're standing as a kind of human shield between the people with the power and the consumers. And that's their job. That's really their job. That's their function. So what happens to those people? Um, okay, yeah. What they're ensuring and they're protecting is this one way only uh, system of guaranteed return. Now, businesses, they never lose money. They always get paid or somebody suffers. The customer, on the other hand, they don't always get satisfied. They don't always get return on their money, and there's nothing they can do about it. So, I mean, this is a double standard that these office jobs are there to protect. Okay, so now these people, they're susceptible to expansion arguments, stability arguments, and again, it tends towards economic conservatism. Now, these are the two biggest sectors of employment. But what you see is both sides are getting fiddled in terms of their political opinion, but they're also being divided experientially, in terms of expectations, and in terms of normal protocols, behavior, how they act during the course of a 40-hour working week. Now, all right, so there's another aspect of this office system. It focuses on soft skills, and they never tell you that in school. It's all about how you handle yourself in the little hiccups and rough edges of your daily working life. You've got to have a way of handling that with the boss, with your juniors, with your direct colleagues, interdepartmentally, and between other businesses. That's the stuff you've got to be good at, and all your other skills. um, not nearly as important, not for your survival, particularly your emotional survival. And then again, of course, you've got the endless upskilling. You're gonna need to be doing completely different things next year if you want to survive. Generally, okay. And of course, the downside, the downside for people in offices is OCD. I mean, they're so detail focused. And if you've got people walking around, a lot of them with OCD and a hell of a lot of them with alcoholism, what have you got? You've got people who aren't going to gel very well because they've got completely different levels of sensitivity. And this is the division I'm worried. Yeah, and this is what the division I'm worried about, and this is where I think the scam lies. The training people get in their jobs makes them very incompatible directly with each other. Of course, the real class issue is that all of those are part of the same class. None of them have got the job security. They're both being lied to about who they should vote for and why. And they're both directly under the control of the elites, causing a disservice to themselves, everybody around them, and everybody underneath. The whole class of people with no job. And of course, here's where here's where you get the divide and rule thing and the massive distraction. So that's my little warning today about class, re-emergent class, and remember the lessons from history. Remember all the ways this has been used against us. Don't let them pull that crap. Stay awake. Mostly, find a way to ignore all of the fucking chaos because it's only going to increase and it doesn't affect you. Can't be allowed to affect you. Learn to sleep through it. If you've got to phone some bureaucrat and spend hours and hours and hours trying to convince them to give you back your fiver, you know what I mean? Bother, don't bother, but don't be bothered. That's all I'm going to say on that. All right. Talk to you later. Good to see you again. I hope you enjoyed this video from 10 billion states. If you want to see more, go to jjvosper.wixsite.com/10bs. All the content's there as well as on YouTube. 10bs do a lot of other things. We're trying to branch out and, well, help in any way we can. And if you want to help me and the channel out, this is what you can do. Take a look at some of our other businesses and maybe get involved. Page Life is the software basis of the whole thing. Concap is what we're using to network and liaise with other companies. The Wacky Warehouse is a bank. Heidi Clapper, we make herbal remedies. Roll Lover, we recycle tires and wheels. Ruthless Records, we've got some vinyl to sell. Welfare Watch is a watchdog for the welfare system, which needs it. Chavos is a way to vote on your favorite charity, set up a three-way link between donors, recipients, and charities themselves, and try and align that with purpose. Charities got out of control. Exit Countdown is for anybody who wants to change the way they do business, get out of the system, and into living lives in a more self-sovereign kind of way. What else do we have? Gulu Mulu, this is a free teaching resource. I was a teacher for a number of years and I've put all of my notes up. They're free for you to take. Just go ahead and grab some. So, yeah, take a look at the websites. If you've got anything else to put on Concap, I welcome it. Can't get enough of that. And yeah, if you'd like to be involved in any of the other 10 billion states projects, please get in touch and come and talk to me. All right, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Introducing Existential Threads, all of your 10 billion states merchandise. I'm up on Redbubble at the moment, which is great if you're in America, not so fantastic if you're in the UK. The prices are a little bit steep with the imports, but you'll find a lot of good stuff. 1984 was only plus on good. Occupy social credit. Nothing virtue signals like a smile. Don't use the C word. Don't patronize the data. Greed wasn't good. Their reset's not my reset. And things like that. So have a look through. Get yourself some existential threads here. Freedom, I use mine. I love yours. 665, build back sooner. Be the resistance you want to join. There aren't more stupid people in the world. They're just all in your town having a conference. And click your heels together 4 times. All right. Hope you enjoyed the content. See you all again soon.